Hey, what is up guys, Sept here, and I want to take it back to where it all began, for me and for Spellbooks. Spellbooks didn't begin with Judgment, it didn't, there was a lot of controversy when it came to whether you should run Fate in Eternity. People believed in the beginning, before Master came out, we're talking when Spellbook Tower was still called Le Mason. That's how long ago I'm talking. That was when I first made the deck tutorial, which you can check out in the top left hand corner. Um, when this deck began, people still believed that Fate was a bad card, and so was Eternity. But it took a really skilled duelist to understand that it wasn't a bad card. It was a great card. It just needed to, have a little bit of a bit more spellbooks in the grave, I suppose. So that's when Master came out, and then Master made Fate a lot more playable, and then people started to take it in. When before it was just you had Spellbook Secrets, Power, Tower, and Life. But we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this where it all began, and if you want to check out the tutorial, as I said, top left hand corner, very first video I ever did. So this deck's called Spellbook Origins, as you can see on the right. And if you like the new deck layout, this is what I'll be using for my deck layouts from now on. It is actually Dueling Network, and it is the Dueling Network thing. I've just changed it up a little bit, during recording. So we'll get into this. We've got one Breaker, we've got one Veiler, we've got a Gagaga Magician, two Junin, two High Priestess, two Justice, one Layla, one Max C, one Night's End Sorcerer, two Oracle of the Suns, three Spellbook Magician of Prophecies, one Strengthened Prophecy, a Dark Hole, Spellbook Eternity times 2, Fate times 2, Life times 3. This is because Reborn was banned. I wouldn't normally run this at 3, but Reborn was banned, so it's either that or Call Haunted. 3 Power, 3 Secrets, 3 Master, 2 Wisdom, 1 Spellbook Star Hall, and 2 Spellbook Towers with Compulse and Royal Decree. For the extra deck, and the extra deck is very important, we've got Arcanite Magician, we have Armory Arm, and Tempest Magician. The rest are made up of 5s and basic, 7s and whatever else you want. So there's Empress times 2, then you've got your Gagaga, you got your Hierophant, your Magi Magician Girl, Norito's in there, Big Eye's in there. It's the one thing to say about this deck is, though it doesn't look like it does comply with the September 1st ban list of 2013. So this is the deck before Judgment and all that came out. This is technically the deck before even Master came out. The 3 Masters I would replace with something else. If Master wasn't released, it would have been replaced with another Max C or something. I don't know. It would have been replaced with other cards. But when it came to when I made the first tutorial, these cards didn't weren't released. Star Hall didn't exist. Master didn't exist. Le Mason was just released, as I said. And the way to play this was, back then you would people would MST your tower. So the moment they MST'd your tower, you'd bring out Night's End Sorcerer. Night's End Sorcerer would be special summoned, so you banish 2 cards from the grave. And back then it was very, very good to banish cards from the grave, because I think back then it was Wind Ups and what else are we talking about? I think Wind Ups, Inzectors was another one. I think Inzectors were still getting played at that point, when that first came out, when Spellbooks first started really getting support. And it is a really good deck. There is room for Temperance of Prophecy, Temper of Prophecy. You can run them. If you don't like the rank 5 engine that's here, I can explain the play. It's very simple. It's been done in the guide. So you would get Oracle. Oracle would be special summoned. You would normal summon or special summon the Night's End Sorcerer. Night's End Sorcerer would be level 2 and it would banish 2 cards from your opponent's grave. You would then synchro summon into Arcanite. Arcanite would pop 2 cards on the field. You would then use Spellbook of Life. Spellbook of Life brings back Night's End Sorcerer, banishing Oracle of the Sun. That would make him level 7, and then you would banish another 2 cards from your opponent's grave. Then you would overlay into a rank 7, which can now be Narito. No, not Narito. Narito can't be summoned with that. You can summon like Master Blades or Hierophant. Hierophant can then pop another couple cards, or Big Eye can steal the card that you're most worried about. It really is expansive plays. Strength of Prophecy is a good card. You can't tell me it's not a good card because it recycles. It recycles the spell books that you need the most back into your deck so you can use them again, and then you get a 500 plus attack. It is a good card and it should be considered to be run. You know, I would only run it at 1. That's the difference, is I would only run this card at 1. So it's there if you need it. Same with Gagaga, Magician is there if you need it, but the main play comes from Oracle of the Sun, Justice being on the field, or just basic Fate spam. That's how the deck plays, and it's a good deck. You should try it out. Miracles, I had Miracles in there, it didn't work out. I don't think you can run Miracles in the deck. I don't think Miracles is made for this deck, so try it out, see how it goes. That's the deck profile. Comment, like, and subscribe, guys. Let me know, what you think of the deck. It's slower than the spellbooks. I'm not saying that's faster than the spellbooks with Judgment Day. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying this was the deck before this was the beginning of spellbooks, and it was a good deck, and it still holds up. It still plays well. It's not as good as the Judgment Day, but you don't want tier 0 anymore. You can't tell me you're sick. You have to be sick of tier 0 spellbooks with the Jogans and the Fate spam and all that. You need something to change it up, and here it is, guys. So comment, like, and subscribe, and I'm punching out.